Welcome to the latest fixture of the channel, History of the Banned List. I am going through Yu-Gi-Oh's 20 years of history by adopting the lens of the banned list. Although not always the best benchmark of power in a format, examining the Forbidden and Limited list offers insight into the design space and priorities of Upper Deck and Konami over time. Each video, I will go over the year's changes to the banned list, alternating between the TCG and OCG regions. Emergency ban list may warrant their own video. Now, on to the very first OCG banned list, July 1999. Before I talk about the cards though, I want to add a bit of context. The game was almost entirely normal monster based. There were a few underwhelming spells such as Raimei, but the majority of pack space was filled with vanilla monsters. Booster 3 was the most recently released pack, facilitating the normal summon strategy with Ultimate Offering. Now, for the actual list. There are only 3 entries on the list: Dark Hole, Raigeki, and Trap Hole. As normal summoning monsters was the only way to generate tempo in the primitive game, mass destruction could immediately turn the game in the player's favor. Dark Hole allowed for the field to be reset, and could also offer card advantage when used to destroy more of the opponent's monsters than yours. Raigeki is easily one of the most powerful spells ever printed, giving the player access to an asymmetric board wipe, while Dark Hole is a calculation where you are weighing your resources against your opponent's. Raigeki is almost always neutral or net positive card advantage. Trap Hole is probably an odd choice for modern players. Right now, we have a myriad of Trap Hole cards available for the Rogue deck builder, with almost every member of the Trap Hole group being unlimited. In a slow and simplified game where the normal summon constitutes the biggest threat to the player, a 1-for-1 removal which denies your opponent the once per turn normal summon can start the snowball effect. Summon a beater monster turn 1, set Trap Hole, efficiently deal with your opponent's counterpush, then attack directly. It is important to remember that Fissure also saw play in this environment. By today's standards, the list is modest, but 20 years ago, to the day, this is the first step in limiting powerful strategies and an attempt to balance the game. The following year held more revisions to the OCG ban list, and then 2 years later, the TCG saw its first ban list. But those are topics for later entries in the series. Ciao.